See if I'm gonna get any views. If not, I'm just gonna do this video anyways, because I honestly just didn't feel like doing any editing to my videos and nothing. So I feel like shooting this video pre-recorded and then have to edit it or whatever. But I'll just wait a little bit, see if people gonna come in the room. If not, I'll just keep it short and simple. So, what's up, Stavina05? What's up with you? So right now I'm sitting out here in Detroit, Michigan right now. What's up, Lavarius, Gaston? What's up, Bradley? I'm doing good. Right now, man, I'm in Detroit, Michigan right now. I just wanted to just drop a quick tip real quick. To start my trucking career, but I've been watching your videos, man. I hope the health is good. Yeah, man, my health is good right now. I'm all good right now. My blood pressure is back to normal. I've been exercising and eating less sodium, just watching my sodium and stuff like that. So y'all saw the title of this video. So basically right now I'm at the shipper and I'm kind of shut down until tomorrow actually. I'm a day early. So I'm just making this video for the rookies or whatever, man. You know, just a quick tip. This is something that I was told to me before I got into trucking, so I'm just sharing the same information. So right now I'm at the shipper. I'm not gonna get unloaded until 6 o'clock in the morning. That was my appointment time. I got here maybe 2 hours ago, probably around, I would say, 4 o'clock. So I got here pretty much a whole day early. So the reason why I pulled into the shipper extra early, because I have a preset that I got to pick up in the afternoon tomorrow. For you guys that don't know what a preset is your next load that you're going to pick up while you're under a load, or even when you don't have a load. So I already have another load and I know where I'm headed. So the load that I'm on, it has multiple stops. I already picked up my load. The load that I'm on, I picked this up in Colorado. So I drove it all the way out here to Michigan, to Detroit, Michigan right now. So I had two extra stops. I had my first stop, which is in Detroit. Then I got a final stop where that's going to be where everything comes off the trailer, somewhere up in Michigan or whatever. It's only like an hour away or whatever. So sometimes you'll get loads out here where you'll have multiple stops that go into two different shippers. So you know pretty much your appointment times will be close sometimes, but it might be like a day apart. They have my appointment times 2 hours apart. So I'm out here in Detroit. My appointment time is for tomorrow at 6 in the morning. And then I have another appointment for my final stop at 8 in the morning or whatever. So I decided that I was going to pull into this shipper a day early. I could have just went to the terminal that's not too far from here, but the main reason why I'm pulling to the shipper now and gonna stay off duty until I get unloaded, that gives me enough time to make my 2 other appointments that I have set up for tomorrow or whatever. So I got an appointment for 6 o'clock. I got an appointment for 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I got an appointment for 8 o'clock in the morning. That will complete this trip that I started in Colorado. Now I got another preset. That appointment time is a live load. That's at 2 in the afternoon tomorrow, and I got to drive that to South Carolina. So what I did was pretty much just save my clock. So let's say if they take 3 or 4 hours to get me unloaded here, I don't have to technically start my clock. I can just sit in the door or whatever, and then just start my clock as soon as they get me unloaded. And they give me enough time to work throughout the day or whatever. So, you know, when you sit in the door, you don't have to be on duty. You can be off duty. So I'm sitting here now, so I'm just going to stay off duty or whatever. And this is also a good method to use when, if you have just one stop and you're trying to pick up another load the next day or whatever, something like that. I've done this plenty of times before where, you know, my appointment time for my next pickup was tomorrow. I had to pick the load up, but I have a full day to work. Let's say if I had 5 hours left over on my clock from when I made my last delivery. Now, if I made my last delivery and I have 4 hours on my clock, and let's say now I'm about to get started on my next load. Once I'm about to get started on my next load or whatever, I can use that time that I'm going to save by sleeping at the shipper to start running and be another day early. So if I have 4 hours left and I made a delivery and I already have another load, and let's say if it's an hour away or something, or maybe 2 hours away, I would drive those 2 hours to my next pickup for my next load. So I would actually stay off duty or whatever and have a fresh clock to where no matter if they take 3 or 4 hours to get me loaded, if I'm already at the shipper early and I'm still off duty, and let's say it takes 4 hours to get me loaded, that's 4 hours that's not going to burn off my clock. That gives you enough time to be ahead of the game as well. You don't have to shut down early. But once your clock gets to going and you kick in that drive time, you know, your 14 is not going to stop or whatever. So there's just a quick and easy tip that any driver can use. It's something that I suggest that you should do. Granted, you're not going to be able to do... You're not going to be able to do this at every shipper or whatever. Some shippers not going to allow you to stay at the shipper unless it's your appointment time. But if you can park a block away or something where you don't got to start your clock and you know, and really drive, because this a little tip. If you're staying under like 20 miles per hour and you're not going more than a mile, it won't trigger your clock, and it won't start your drive time or anything. So let's say if you're right in front of the shipper or you're around the corner from it, if you just pull into the shipper and you're not going over 25 miles per hour, 20 miles actually, and let's say if you're not going over 20 miles per hour and you're not going more than a mile, it won't trigger your clock as well. So even if you can't sleep within the property of the shipper, see if you can park maybe on the street of it. I done that before, like especially when I was out in LA and stuff like that. Because when you're in like Southern California or whatever, man, the truck stops is like thin and out. They're pretty much far apart. So that's just something I suggest. It's I got a level 4 log warning recently. Not sure what I did wrong, but I gotta go in and talk to log department. Yeah, I'm not sure what a level 4 warning is. How many log violations did you have? Yeah, man, you definitely want to stay on your logs, man. And also, I recommend that when you're looking for someone to park, you should start looking for someone to park. You should start looking for somewhere to park once you get within like the last 2 hours of your drive time. Once you get close to your 2 hours, you should already be looking for somewhere to park or whatever. That way you don't have to worry about a log violation, because you can't predict what's going to happen on the road or whatever. So you just want to, make sure that you're not going to go into violation or whatever. And planning your trips is very important as well. You want to make sure that you're planning your trips out as well. You should know when you start, and you should have an idea of where you're going to intend to shut down at night. So, or even in the daytime. Just a free warning, but it got me a safety point. If they gave you a safety point, that means you must have went into violation then. Did you have, how many times have you went over your hours? Because they will give you safety points for that. It happened to me when I was when I first started off. I had to learn, man, you can't push it to the max all the time. Make sure you have at least an hour on your clock when you're trying to find somewhere to park. That way you don't run out of time. I always know where I know where I'm going to stop and shut down before I even take off and start rolling. You should already have that in mind or whatever. That'll keep you out of violation and stuff like that. I think I'm not logging long enough for like loading or unloading. With the loading and the unloading, you must stay on duty for 5 minutes, a minimum of 5 minutes. Log on duty for 5 minutes when you send in your loaded call and your empty call. They want us to do 30 minutes, but I do 20 minutes sometimes. Wait, on duty for what? What's your on duty 20 to 30 minutes for? Is that for pre-trip, or you talking about on duty when you're doing your? No, you don't have to be on. What company do you work for? If you don't mind sharing, what company do you work for? Every company is different. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't work for KLM, so your company policy might be a little bit different. See, at Swift, they don't. As long as you're on duty for a minimum of 5 minutes, then you'll be fine. So, I don't know about the company that you work for, so your company a little bit different or whatever. Swift is like a 5 minutes or whatever. Yeah, see? Because honestly, you're not going to really take 20 minutes to be on duty. You're only pretty much going to be off duty sitting in the door, and it only take you maybe about three, maybe 4 minutes to do your loaded call over the Qualcomm. Sometimes it don't even take that long or whatever. But if it say 20 minutes, just do your 20 minutes, man, and do you allow, when do you decide to shut down? Do you leave time on your clock, or you always try to max your clock out till you got like maybe 5 minutes left and stuff like that? Because that can put you in a danger zone as well when you maxing your clock out like that. See? That can get you, that will actually put you close to going into violation as well. up Bam Bam, Tim, Bradley Matters. Yeah, looking for a place when I get an hour. To avoid going into violation, maybe you should try to look for somewhere to park once you get within 2 hours. But like I said, you should pre-plan your trips before you take off. If your truck only goes 62, if your governor at like 62 miles per hour, you should pretty much plan your trips out at least about maybe, the Swift says 50 miles per hour. If your governor at like 62 miles per hour, that's how you should plan your trips out or whatever. But I don't really go off that. I usually just go off, okay, if I'm gonna drive 10 hours, I'm gonna drive for 8 hours, but I'm gonna leave 2 hours on my drive time or whatever. So what I do is, there's apps that you can look up for parking or whatever. Well, what up, David Miller? There's apps that you can download to look up park truck stops. That's the app I use. I use Trucker Path. So I use Trucker Path to plan my whole trip. I use Google Maps and Trucker Path. Now, let's say I have a load that pick up on Monday and it delivered by Wednesday. I know where I'm gonna start on Monday, and I know where I'm gonna stop on Monday. I know where I'm gonna start on Tuesday, and I also know where I'm gonna stop on Tuesday. It's for, you gotta know where you're gonna start and stop for each day. But everything might not go as you might plan it, because you can't predict what's gonna happen on the road. So to not go in violation, try to find something where you can be able to stop once you get within like 8 hours. That way you will have 2 hours left on your drive clock. And let's say if you have 4 truck stops within that 2 hour range. If you have 4 truck stops within that 2 hour range, let's say the first truck stop you go to is full. Now you have 3 more. So by the time you make it to the last one or whatever, you still have time on your clock. I mean, if you just started, you gotta learn how to trip plan or whatever, man. It takes time, but you just gotta practice it and do that with every trip. Since you in the comments and video now, I'm gonna do a video with you in mind. I'm gonna do a video, pretty much gonna be a trip planning type video. I'm gonna do a trip planning video, and it's gonna be like a screen recording type video, so you can see exactly what I'm doing and how I plan my trips out. It's gonna be a short trip, and it's gonna be like a quick example, and maybe you guys can use it as well. So I'm gonna do a video like that or whatever, man, because I know trip planning, it is something you gotta learn, but start leaving yourself with 2 hours of drive time when you start looking for somewhere to park. That way you don't have to worry about going into a violation. Because I tried to find somewhere to park yesterday. I tried to find somewhere to park. He said I sound like Floyd Mayweather Senior. I tried to find somewhere to park yesterday, and I end up wasting 30 minutes. The truck stops was full. I ended up wasting 30 minutes. I was going in a circle so much off duty, it triggered my drive time again. And it put me back on for driving for like 40 minutes and only had like 30 minutes left on my clock. But I had to take like an 8 hour, my 30-minute break or whatever. That's something that's like that. If you're going to a truck stop and some of the truck stops in the area, and the first one you go to might be full, you might need another 30 minutes to get to another truck stop or find somewhere to park. So that's why I say, save yourself 2 hours of drive time when you're looking for somewhere to park. I know we always want to be on time and be early. You can still be on time if you properly trip plan and stuff like that. But you also want to make sure that you don't go in log violation, because if you get a DOT inspection and they ask to see your logs and they see that you have log violations, they can pretty much fine you and charge you for every violation that you have or whatever. And do you wear the same clothes on the road? I have my work clothes. I have my work clothes that I wear on the road, and then I have clothes that I wear exactly when I get home. So I got enough clothes for like 2 weeks. I don't really buy a lot of clothes on the road like that. I just got something that fits me or whatever. But yeah, I pretty much wear the same stuff. I got enough clothes for 2 weeks because I do a lot of unhooking and, you know, getting gas and stuff. You don't realize you don't want to wear good clothes out here like that. Now, you could take good clothes on the truck with you that you can wear if you want to go out. When you like OTR and you want to go out and stuff like that, I would have clothes set to the side that I only wear for when I'm off the truck and not working. Like if I want to just go out and take a 34 and I want to go explore around the city and stuff like that, you might want to get fresh for that. So I recommend that you do have clothes that you wear when you're not working. But if I know I'm going to be on a trip and I'm about to be fueling up and getting under the trailer and all that, I only wear my work clothes or whatever. What's happening, man? I'm sleeping at the shipper right now. Hey, man, that's how you save that clock, man. Save that clock, man. It's very important or whatever. So I'm gonna make three appointments tomorrow. I'm already at my first one. So that's what I like about it or whatever, man. And the way that I planned this trip out, man, I pre-planned it. I had multiple options on where I could shut down today. At first I was gonna shut down at the terminal that ain't far from here. But I realized, why not? Just try to take it into the shipper. They might let you stay in. So I came in or whatever. So I got some more videos that I got to work on or whatever. I think I'm going to pre-plan this trip that I'm on right now. I'm going to pre-plan the trip that I'm on right now. Or I might just, matter of fact, I'm just going to pick a random stop. I don't want to put the trip in where I'm heading. Because I don't want to put the companies or the shippers that I'm heading to in my videos and nothing. Just to protect myself or whatever. I ain't trying to get sued or nothing. Or nobody report my videos or whatever. So I really want me to do no long live feed because I know it's kind of late where I'm at, man. I'm on East Coast time, man. I've been in, I was on the West Coast for almost like 3 weeks straight, man. Man, I had to come all the way out here on the East, though, man. Well, I'm in the Midwest right now, but I'm going to head down to South Carolina or whatever. But I'm going to get back to the West Coast, man. That's where I love to be at. So I'm going to be back over there or whatever, man. But I've been getting ready to end this video shortly. Thanks for watching. For the newcomers that's new to the channel, subscribe. It's been real. It's been great. Thanks for checking in with your boy Trucker States. And I am out. Peace.